Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Nurul binti Nordin. My student ID is 24B0810. Today I'll be sharing a summary of our first lecture on Islamic history and civilization, which is first, Introduction to Islamic History and Civilization. The first part covers Islamic history, beginning with the time of Prophet Muhammad SAW and continuing through major periods like the righteous caliphs, Umayyads, Abbasids, and Ottomans. Each period contributed something meaningful. For example, during the Abbasid era, the famous House of Wisdom in Baghdad became a center of learning, where scholars translated books and new discoveries in mathematics, medicine, and astronomy. Second part focuses on Islamic civilization, its meaning, principles, and how Islam shaped culture, knowledge, law, and society. For instance, the development of algebra by Al-Khwarizmi and the beautiful Islamic architecture we see in places like the Blue Mosque in Istanbul are examples of how Islamic values inspired progress and creativity. Second, meaning of Islamic history. To understand Islamic history, we must understand the meaning of Islam. The word comes from salama, which means peace and submission. Islam teaches that true peace comes from submitting to Allah. Islam is not just a religion, it is a complete deen, or we call it a way of life. Syed Muhammad Naqib Al-Atas explained that deen includes four meanings. Number 1, indebtedness to Allah. Number 2, submission. Number 3, divine law. Number 4, natural inclination to worship Allah. So, when we learn Islamic history, we are not just studying events. We are looking at how Islam guided people's life and shaped societies. For example, the Prophet's mosque in Medina served as a place for worship, learning, meetings, and community affairs, showing how Islam connects all aspects of lives.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Today I want to take you on a journey that travel across centuries through desert empires and golden ages. A journey to the heart of Islamic history and Islamic civilization. Let's get into the definition of Islamic history. When we speak about Islamic history, we are not talking about old stories or dusty books. We are stepping into the timeline that begins in the sacred city of Mecca under the guidance of Prophet Muhammad SAW, a man whose message changed the destiny of the world. Islamic history refers to the study of the events, people, and the developments connected to Islam from the time of Prophet Muhammad SAW until today. It examines how Islamic teaching shaped societies, politics, cultures, and knowledge across the Prophet's era, the Khulafa Rashidun, the Umayyads, the Abbasids, and the Ottomans. It helped us to understand how Islam spread, how Muslims lived, how civilization grew, and how Islamic values transformed nations. For example, during the leadership of Caliph Umar ibn al-Khattab, Islamic lands expanded rapidly, from the Arabian Peninsula to Persia and to the Levant, not through oppression, but through justice, wisdom, and strong administration. The Prophet ﷺ reminded us of the importance of this journey when he said, "Convey from me even it is one verse." Sahih al-Bukhari. This hadith teaches us that Islamic history is not just meant to be known, it is meant to be shared, so humanity can continue learning from it. Now, let's talk about the meaning of Islamic civilization, the soul and character of Muslim world. Islamic civilization refers to the achievement, values, knowledge, and cultural practices that flourish under the Islamic teachings. It includes the contribution in science, architecture, law, art, education, medicines, mathematics, and daily life. It is the fragrance of values, knowledge, and the culture that blossom whenever Islam reach. It is the brilliance of scholars who lit up the darkness of ignorance, the beauty of architecture and still stand as a symbol of excellence, the harmony of law, ethics, art, and science guided by the Quran and Sunnah. Example of the achievement that shine brightly in science, Ibn Sina al-Qanun fi al-Adib, the medicine encyclopedia that influenced Europe for hundreds of years. In mathematics, Al-Khwarizmi introduced algebra, the foundation of modern mathematics. In architecture, the breathtaking Alhambra Palace and the Dome of the Rock. In education, early Islamic universities such as Al-Azhar, which still stand as centers of knowledge today. That is the meaning of Islamic civilization, a way of life that elevates the minds, purifies the heart, and enriches humanity. Now, the definition of Islamic civilization. Islamic civilization is not just a concept, it is an entire system, a structured and advanced society built upon the guidance of the Quran and the Sunnah. It combines spiritual faith with the political leadership, economic system, legal frameworks, educational institution, and the cultural developments. It is a civilization built on justice, unity, knowledge, ethics, and the compassion. If you travel back into the golden age of Islam, walking through the streets of Baghdad, the University of Andalusia, and the palaces of the Ottomans, you will witness a world where scholars, rulers, merchants, and ordinary people live with one purpose, which is to serve Allah and uplift humanity. Perfect example is Baitul al-Hikmah, the House of Wisdom in Baghdad, a research and translation center where scholars advance like astronomy, medicine, philosophy, and every field of knowledge, centuries before Europe's Renaissance. And Allah beautifully captures in the foundation of civilization in the Quran. Indeed, Allah commands justice, good conduct, and giving to relatives. Surah An-Nahl, chapter 16, verse 90. This is what made Islamic civilization shine brightly across the world. A civilization that built libraries when the others burned them. A civilization that pursued knowledge when others feared it. A civilization whose influence that still shapes our world today.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nurani Az-Zahraa, 24B0804. Today I'm going to present a topic about first, the relationship between Islamic history and civilization. Islamic history is the records of events from the time of Prophet Muhammad SAW to later Muslim empires and modern Islamic societies. Islamic civilization is the culture, knowledge, arts, sciences, and lifestyle that develop under Islam. They are connected because historical event shapes the civilization. As Islam spreads, people built cities, shared knowledge, and created art and sciences. In short, history means events and timeline, while civilization means achievement and culture. For example, during the Abbasid Caliphate 750 to 1258 CE, historical expansion, political stability allowed the rise of Islamic civilization. Scholars like Al-Khwarizmi, mathematicians, and Ibn Sina medicine flourished, showing how historical events supported civilizational achievements. Sources of Islamic history and civilization. We learn about Islamic history and civilization from different sources. There are two types of sources, which is from primary and secondary sources. Primary sources. First, Quran. Quran teaches lessons and contains historical references. Second, Hadith. Hadith stay in the action of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Third, Sirah. Sirah biography of the Prophet and early Muslim community. Fourth, Caliph records. Caliph recorded letters, decrees, and laws of early rulers. Fifth, early historians like Ibn Ishaq, Al-Tabari, and Ibn Khaldun. Sixth, archaeology. All buildings, coins, and artifacts. Secondary sources. First, modern history books. Researches by contemporary scholars. Second, travel accounts like Ibn Battuta describing lives in Muslim lands. Third, literature and poetry reflects culture, thoughts, and values. Fourth, academic studies, modern researchers to understand Islamic society. For example, the Hadith collection of Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim are primary sources that help historians understand the Prophet lives and early Islamic society. Meanwhile, Ibn Battuta travels writings are secondary sources that describe Muslim life and culture across Africa and Asia. Importance of studying Islamic history and civilization. It is important because it helps us, first, understand our roots, know where Muslim came from and how Islam spread. Second, learn lessons from past successes and mistakes. Third, appreciate contributions. Muslim advanced sciences, medicines, arts, and education. Fourth, promote unity. Islam connected people from different cultures. Fifth, preserve heritage. Protect culture and knowledge for future generation. 6. Guide modern life, show example of good governance, justice, and progress. 7. Correct misunderstanding, helps show Islam's true message. For example, by studying the golden age of Islam, we learn how Muslims preserved and advanced Greek and Roman knowledge, leading to modern sciences and medicines. This inspires today Muslims to continue contributing to global knowledge and progress.
In conclusion, Islamic history and civilization help us understand how Islam began, how it spread, and how Muslim societies developed through knowledge, justice, and strong Islamic values. While Islamic history explains the key events from the Prophet's time until the later empires, Islamic civilization, on the other hand, highlights the great achievement Muslims made in science, art, education, and culture. Moreover, examples such as the House of Wisdom, the expansion of knowledge, and the development of algebra show how Islam encouraged learning, creativity, and excellence. Through the guidance of the Quran and Sunnah, Muslims were able to build a civilization based on justice, unity, and wisdom. Therefore, studying this topic helps us understand our roots more deeply, appreciate our heritage, and apply Islamic values in our daily lives today. That is all from us. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.